Welcome to Small Steps. My name's Seth Potts, and I want to show you how to convert text timestamp into a time format. Along the way, kind of getting into crime analysis, one thing that I found myself struggling with quite a bit is taking things that came in a incorrect, well, I don't say incorrect format, but a text format. It's not in the style and format that I need to work with for maybe calculations, say on something like finding a dispatch time to arrival time, things like that. A lot of times we'll get this data in, and it is just, I know it's like beating a dead horse, say this a lot on these videos, but it's just not the format that you need. So we're going to go through a process that I found after a lot of struggles I've had. One that I found that actually seems to make more sense is quite a bit quicker for me. I will say I used to with stuff like this. I would pull it apart and do text to column and pull out the numbers only into different columns and then concatenate them. It works. There's different ways to do these things. But a lot of times, if you dig long enough, you can find something that's much quicker, and you might feel silly for not ever knowing this and taking a lot of extra time to do it. So we're going to run through this here. It is a couple of formulas here, but the first example I have here is getting this 18H, 42M, 11S. So you're getting not just the numbers, but you're getting letters mixed in. And when you do that, it makes it where you can't just click on it and change the formatting because it's still not understanding that mix and match there. So one way to do that is this time formula. And see, when you start typing that in, it's converting hours, minutes, and seconds. It's pretty much what we're looking for. And even if you didn't have the seconds on there, you can still format things however you need to, just by changing the formatting in those fields. But it puts it into a time format in general for you here. So converts the hours, minutes, and seconds as given numbers to an Excel serial number. So like I said, kind of this text, we are able to use this and change it over to what we need. So we'll start with that. And you see the arguments in here is hour, minute, and second. Now, when you have something like this, you're having to pull those numbers out from where you want. So the way we do that is adding in for each of these another formula. So mid is the one I choose to use. You can always use left or right if you have consistent data that you could pull from that. I like mid. It's quite a bit simpler if you ask me. So when we're pulling out the hour, we're looking at the mid. First thing you do is choose the text. So we're going to choose that text there, an A3. And then start number, which for the hour is the very beginning of it. So the very first character is where we're starting. And the number of characters that we want to pull out for that is going to be 2. So that 2 and the 0. And close parentheses on that. And that is our hour. So then we're going to press comma, and you see it shifts over here to the middle argument for minute. And we're going to do the exact same thing with mid, and same thing, A3, the same text. Now this one, we are going to start at the fourth character there. So 20H, and then we're on to that next 0. The fourth character in is a 0. And then the number of characters is going to be 2 again. So we're taking from that fourth position 2 characters. Close parentheses on that. So that's minutes. And then seconds, same thing. I'm going to do mid. A3 is where we're starting. The starting number on this, if you count over, is going to be 7. And number of characters, again, is going to be 2. So you close that, and you close that other parentheses. That closes out the time formula there. So essentially what we're saying here is we want to convert this text into time. And for the hour, we're taking those first 2 characters there. And for the minute, we're taking the 4th and 5th. And then seconds, the 7th and 8th. So when we click enter here, you see it has formatted it this way. Now, one thing I will say is if you do this and it does not, pull in the format that you want, that is because you still have to format these fields here. So I'll give you an example. These are already formatted into the time that I want on here. But like I say, let's say you just needed the hour and minute. You don't need the extra seconds. You can come up here. This is in time, the time format, just the basic one I have here. That's what it broke it down into. But like I said, you can always have it, let's see here, a custom one. And let's say you just want to say the hours and minutes. You can scroll in this list and find it, or type it in either way. Hour, minute, minute. Let's do that. And you can see it took that last bit off. So there is some flexibility to format it the way you want. In general, it's going to pop over into if you just do the time into the hour, minute, second like that. But so if you ever get this text mix and match timestamp, depending on where you get your data from, you can, instead of pulling it apart and try to find a convoluted way to do it, this time formula mixed with the mid for pulling that out makes it pretty easy to do. If you found this tutorial helpful and would like to see more, click like and subscribe. The next video coming up is going to be on referencing other workbooks, tabs, and cells.